if you're ready to die.
Welcome back everyone to another video. This one will be a bit different and more entertaining. I know that you guys have been saying that many of my runs have just been too easy and not challenging enough. But today, this time, I have a challenging run to show you all. This one was not easy, by the way. To make things harder, I started the game after the post game and went straight to the Elite Four in Pokemon Fire Red. This is the post game souped up Elite Four rematch, significantly harder than the regular version. Every Pokemon is 12 levels higher than the original run, and they have better items and move pools. They are not to be taken lightly for a solo run. Pokemon I'll be using is Cubone, a fan favourite with an interesting but nonsensical backstory. So I start my run by going to Island 7 and catching several Cubones at level 46, and I choose the one that has the best IVs and natures. Base stat wise, Cubone isn't too strong. Its physical attack is okay for a first form Pokemon, but not that good either. His physical defense is very good though, but unfortunately, all of its other stats are pretty bad, especially its speed, which is very bad, which will be problematic against the higher level Pokemon in this Pokemon League. Cubone can learn special attacking moves like Ice Beam and Flamethrower, which is good in some situations, but I still chose to focus solely on physical attack. That's up to you though. Also, you could give Cubone a Fit Club to double its attack, which is very strong. But I chose not to use this to make the run harder, so I just gave it leftovers instead. I thought the Fit Club would be a bit too strong. After all, I am looking for a challenge this time. For Cubone's move pool, I use Earthquake and Rock Slide for coverage, which is standard for a ground type. The other two moves are up to you. I chose Rock Tomb to deal damage and slow down faster threats. The last move is completely up to you, though I went for Double Edge. For EV training in natures, I recommend an Advent Nature to max out physical attack, which you should EV train also. The rest of the EVs went to Cubone's speed, as you need to be able to outspeed certain threats in the Pokemon League, though some of the faster Pokemon like Gengar and Aerodactyl will outspeed you no matter what. So now that I've selected a Cubone that looks good enough, I train it till it's a high enough level. I recommend Island 7 as it has the highest level trainers in the game. I arrive at the Pokemon League with a level 99 Cubone and prepare for the first battle, which ended up being difficult. Really hard. The first battle already completely relies on you getting hacks to win. Cubone cannot win in a straight up fight without getting hacks in your favour, which is crazy considering it's just the first Elite Four member. Every Pokemon in Lorelei's team can hit me super effectively and can 2-hit KO me. First up is a level 64 Dugong who gets one-shotted by Earthquake. Next up is Cloyster, whose massive physical defense allows it to take a hit from us while retaliating with a strong Ice Beam, which greatly damages us. The next Pokemon is Piloswine, and this is where Hacks really comes into play. It can always take a hit from us, and will finish us off if we get hit again. The only way to get past this is to use Rock Slide and get a flinch on Piloswine or on the previous Cloyster so we don't get hit. This does not happen however, as a strong Ice move finishes me off. I return to this battle and eventually manage to get a flinch on Piloswine, weakening it enough so Earthquake can finish it off, along with Jinx who gets one-shotted because that's quite frail. Lapras is the final threat in this battle. I absolutely need to flinch it, but instead I miss. Damn it, I hate it when that happens. I get Shrek'd, but after a few times I do get a flinch on Lapras and beat that, clearing out the first challenge, and man that was a hard start. I already lost about a good 4 or 5 times, but fortunately Bruno is much easier. Weirdly enough, his Steelix actually manages to take a super effective Earthquake from me. It's just that bulky I guess, and it barely scratches me with Rock Tomb, but it does slow me down. We sweep regardless, as I use Bone Rush on his team to conserve PP, and I beat down everything. That was not too bad I guess. The next member, Agatha though, was not easy at all. It was harder than Lorelei, and relied even more hacks to win, which was not fun at all. 4 of her 5 Pokemon are immune to Earthquake. Also, most of her team can outspeed me. Also, her Arbok has Intimidate to weaken me, making the fight even harder. This forces me to rely on Rock Slide, which isn't too strong. Also, it can miss, which is really annoying when that happens. PP was also a problem, since I had to spam Rock Slide so many times and I didn't have any other moves I could use against Gengar and Misdreavus. First Pokemon Gengar puts me to sleep with Hypnosis and hits me with strong Psychics, which is unfortunate, but I wake up and 2-hit KO it like it deserves. Arbok comes out and weakens me with Intimidate, but this time I use Earthquake and beat it in one hit because it's weak to it. 3 more Pokemon to go. Crobat is next and takes 2 hits to go down with the Rock Slide. Not too bad. Mischievous also goes down in 2 hits, but we also get a flinch on it, which is good, allowing me to get some extra leftover recovery. The last Pokemon, however, is a level 70 Gengar who can actually take 3 Rock Slides even after Intimidate. Gengar 2-hit KOs me with Psychic because it's really strong, and Cubone's special defense isn't that high. This is a problem as Gengar can 3-hit KO me from full health unless it gets minimum damage rolls, or I would need to get a critical hit to 1-hit KO it, since it will ignore the attack reduction from Arbok. I need to reach Gengar in good enough condition to beat it, so I need to get lucky and beat the first 4 Pokemon without taking that much damage. I lose a few more times as the first Gengar and Crobat use Confuse Hacks to beat me, which is very unfortunate. However, I eventually get lucky and manage to win. What I do is that since I get outsped a lot, I gave my Cubone TM Rock Tomb to deal damage and slow down the Gengars, letting me outspeed them after hitting them, also letting me beat the Gengars first since I can outspeed them after 1 hit. I use this to outspeed and beat the first Gengar and Crobat, and I reach the final Pokemon with enough health to take it on, though I did get my special defense lowered by Psychic, meaning I would lose in 2 hits, putting me against the odds. However, I get lucky. Rock Tomb slows down Gengar, and my first Rock Slide gets a flinch, which really saves me. I get 1 more hit in and finish off this final Gengar, being Agatha. That was really hard, and that last flinch hacks completely saved me. If you're going to do this run, for this battle, you absolutely need some kind of hacks to win. You cannot win without it. Unfortunately, the last 2 battles don't get easier. Man, this is a challenge. Finally, I am struggling against this Elite Four with Cubone. The last member, Lance, is also another roadblock and starts off with a powerful Gyarados, uses Intimidate straight away to weaken me, which is not good. I managed to 2-hit KO it regardless with a super effective rock move easily enough. However, the next Pokemon, Kingdra, was a real threat, smashing me with a super powerful Surf. That gets a critical hit, 1-hit KO me, damn. Next attempt, I get a crit on Gyarados and beat it in 1 hit. I also beat Kingdra, but had very little health left. Next up is Dragonite, who simply finishes me off. Damn it, I lost. I lose several more times here. Dragonite is a beast, and Kingdra just hurts me too much to take it on. I can't beat it in 1 hit. To get through this, I will need to beat Kingdra without taking damage, as Dragonite is very strong. Turns out, even at full HP, Dragonite still beats me 1-on-1, even though I outspeed it. So guess what, I need more hacks to get through this. I lose 5 more times. 1 time I get critted and get beaten in 1 hit. Eventually I managed to 2-hit KO Dragonite by getting maximum damage rolls in it, which was really lucky I guess. Then I 2-hit KO the lower level Dragonite while taking a bit of damage. 1 more Pokemon to go, Aerodactyl, but my HP is too low. I get outsped and knocked out. I was so close also. A few more losses and eventually the stars align. I get flinches on Dragonite and reach Aerodactyl without taking too much damage. I take a hit, go for Rock Tomb, then outspeed it after lowering its speed, then finish it off with the Rock Slide. Oh my days, that was hard. But that means there's only 1 more battle to go. I am not looking forward to this fight. But we go anyway to take him on. The champions Pokemon are the highest level Pokemon in the entire game and they're no joke. First up is Heracross, but luckily I get a critical hit Rock Slide and flinch at the same time, which is very fortunate. The champ wastes a full restore as I 2-hit KO with Heracross with Rock Tomb and Double Edge. Venusaur, the strongest Pokemon, is out next, and this looks like a huge threat, if it actually had any grass moves to hit me with, it turns out. It goes for Solar Beam instead, but I managed to finish it off before it even gets to use it, which is really dumb. If Venusaur simply had Giga Drain, I would have been in a lot of trouble. Gyarados is out next and this is not good for us. I miss Rock Slide and get knocked out easily as a result. Damn. We need more hacks now. I return and flinch Gyarados, allowing me to beat it without taking damage. Still 3 more Pokemon to go. Tyranitar is next, and it doesn't sound too hard, but it turns out Tyranitar can actually take an Earthquake because it's really bulky. I stupidly go for a weaker Rock Tomb to finish Tyranitar, but it turns out Tyranitar is so bulky it manages to survive it, and I lose because of it, which is really dumb. That was my fault. On the next attempt, I don't mess around anymore and beat Tyranitar, but the next Alakazam knocks me out. After yet another loss, I manage to get to Tyranitar with full health by abusing hacks, and I take it out without too much trouble. Alakazam goes for Calm Mind rather than attacking, which lets me take it out in one hit, which is really fortunate. Had Alakazam actually went for an attacking move, I might have been in trouble, but it didn't, so oh well. The final Pokemon is Arcanine, who doesn't challenge me very much, and with that I have finally beaten the Kanto postgame. After many defeats, my Cubone finally emerged victorious. I've probably lost like at least 5 times against Lorelei, Agatha, Bruno and a champion, so probably about like 20 losses. I've lost a lot of times. Yeah, this challenge was not easy, and the only way, and I mean the only way I was able to win was by abusing hacks, by getting critical hits and flinches. There is no way you can beat this challenge fair and square without abusing hacks. You also need to make sure your Cubone is EV trained properly. If you don't, your challenge will probably be too hard to complete. But with that, the challenge run is now over. Join me next time for my next run. You can decide what I do for it. Feel free to leave any feedback, suggestions or criticism in the comment sections. If you like my videos, then do support me so I can make even more content for you guys. I will see you soon and look forward to your viewership once more. Until next time, this is Ding Dong signing out.